Hello everyone, here's Marty still working on his shed. He's got the thigh, the tail. Let's see if I can get the other side. He's got his side spikes there, and underneath the belly, and a little bit of that shoulder. Yep, growing boy still apparently at almost 2 years old. He'll be 2 at the end of August. So I had some questions from an acquaintance that said, what did you wish you knew when you got him? Well, I did a lot of research before I got him. I had the tank set up and running and checking temperatures and measuring everything with meters before I got him. A lot of people do not, or they don't have all of the meters and things that they need. I have 3 things that I use, not daily, but a lot. Cheap temperature gun. This is E-Tech City. I got it off of Amazon. There's multiple different kinds and types, but this is what you want for surface temperature. This just tells you what the surface temperature is. So this piece of slate is 77 right now. So I know what that is. Basking temperature, his slate up there, he's got a 3-foot board and then 2 feet of slate there. He's got 2 bulbs for heat, 2 halogens aimed at that, and his UVB bar. That can measure anywhere from 95 up to, if it gets near the 110, then I start turning the lights down a little bit because he will not bask at that temperature. Some of them will. So as long as it's within a healthy range, that's okay, but you have no idea what the surface temperature is. Even if you have a thermometer on it, you have no idea what that actual surface temperature is without that laser gun. The other thing that I have is a dBTU 1300. This is and they come in different brands. But I think they are all under that name. This is the solar power meter. This one measures waves per meter squared of IRA rays. So that's what's coming off your heat lamp. That, for a bearded dragon, you want to be somewhere in the 300, low 300s range. So this tells you what that is. Aside from just the temperature, you want the temperature in a good range, but then this tells me whether the amount of IRA that he's getting from those bulbs is sufficient or dangerous. I had one bulb, which is a good brand name. It was an Arcadia halogen that did not have a prismatic lens, so the actual lens on there was just straight, flat, clear lens. And I was getting readings with that of about 1100 in some spots. So that seems like a little much, right, Marty? He agrees. A little face today. So that's a useful tool. Do you need it? If temperatures are within range and your bulbs are not doing anything strange, maybe not, but I wanted to be sure. This is my first baby bearded dragon that I've ever had. So I just wanted to be sure that I was giving him the best chance possible to grow up healthy and have everything that he needs. The third thing that I have, and the temperature gun was cheap off Amazon. You can get them for $20, maybe less. The dBTU meter was, I think it was 108-ish when I purchased it. And that was November of 2023. I don't know what they are now. But good to know that I'm not in an unsafe level. The expensive one is the solar meter. This tells you the Ferguson zone of where your UVB that you're providing, which bearded dragons need to be able to synthesize D3. If they do not have adequate UVB, they can get something called metabolic bone disease, where their bones are not proper density, they don't grow properly, they can be deformed, causes all sorts of issues, and it's irreversible. you can manage it and keep it from progressing, but once they have that, that is non-reversible. So you want to be sure. The only way that you know for sure what UVB your dragon is at is with this tool. It was about $230, so somewhere in that range, probably a little more right now. And this is, there's many solar meters. This one is a 6.5R. You want the 6.5R. There's others that measure different things. So very important you get this one, because there's not really a good calculation or you don't want to sit there doing math to figure out where you're at. And this, very simply, you point it at the UV light. I'm probably going to get not much out here. Yeah. Nothing out here because we're not under the UV. But if we're in his... Oops, sorry, Mart. Sorry, Mart. I poke you in the face. If we're under the UV, it's at 5.1. Now, he's not as tall as this. So when I do measure, I remove the basking platform to see where he's actually at. So this is very important. It's going to be less when you get out towards the end of the bulb, more if you're directly under it. Like I said, it's over 5 because we are much higher, closer to the bulb than he is when he's actually basking. Every so often I remove this platform and I check just so that I know. You could get a bad bulb, or you know, when that bulb is emitting light, but you have no idea what UVB it's giving off. So as far as you know, that bulb could be working, but it could be down in the 2s. And for bearded dragons, we want it to be higher than that. So your choice whether you buy one of these or not, but I wanted to be absolutely sure that he's getting the correct UVB. This is the only way to be completely sure. So that is my advice for people that are looking at getting a dragon. What tools do I need, and do I have to have them? Well, that's up to you. You don't have to have them, but I found it useful to be absolutely certain that Marty has had what is necessary for him and safe for him from the time that he came home to me. Thanks for watching. Hope that helped. Marty says, have a good day, everybody.